Hello guys, gals, and community pals, welcome back to my channel, and today I wanted to go over the brand new 6.3 information, go over my thoughts and if my predictions have changed since the last few videos, and finally the final update to my stockpile, and my god, our price is already pretty much sky high. So with all that being said, let's get into it. Now, before we do get into it, I do have to preface that I am super sick, I'm stuffed up, and if you don't want to listen to this the entire way through, I completely understand. I have a blog post outlining all the information I'll share here and more, so if you're interested, I do recommend you looking at that. But if you don't mind, then let's continue. So to start, what did we learn with the last week's live letter? Well, the short version is 1,000 new housing plots, but not available for purchase in the brand new worlds just yet. Base tribes being only in patch 6.35, the new deep dungeon, island sanctuary updates, treasure map updates, plus a new glam from treasure maps, new exteriors, and new guild mounts. Now the long version plus my predictions. With the new 1,800 housing plots, I already stocked on a ton of exteriors and I've already been selling quite a bit of them for quite a lot. But since the brand new servers that just came out, such as Phantom, Sagittarius, etc., they won't be getting new housing plots. Is that going to affect much? Not really. They're not adding new housing plots because there's already plenty enough of housing availability on those servers. For the rest of us, doesn't matter. We have the new housing plots coming, therefore you can still sell a ton of furniture and a ton of exteriors. Now with beast tribes only being in patch 6.35, it's different from Shadowbringers, which surprised me of course, since I'm using the last patch to make my predictions. Now, does it change my prediction on the Slither Sand? It doesn't, although maybe they just won't offer Slither Sand, the equivalent of course. With the beast tribe, they could offer something different. We might not even get Slither Sand. But if you already went ahead and stocked up on white script materials to go ahead and craft for that material, even if there is no such thing, whenever patch 6.3 comes out, you can still use it for materia, which right now is actually quite expensive. So there is no loss there. I'm keeping my materials regardless, and if there is, great. If there's not that big of a deal. And next, the new deep dungeon. With the deep dungeon, you can either make money or lose money. Usually there is a lockbox system with these kind of things, House of the Dead, Eureka Bow-Shaft, or a currency system like Heaven on High. You'll make money if you're doing the content, or you'll lose money if you're crafting the given items. I assume that it might just be the Stormblood trial weapons offered here. It's been a while since Stormblood, and they've offered the Heaven's Word trial weapons and the Arema Born trial weapons, so I would be safe to assume they might do the Stormblood ones. If that's the case, especially wait until the content kind of dies out. Once it loses that initial hype, the items will go back to its usual price. Next are the Island Sanctuary updates. If there is something comparable to those expert style crafts that came along with building specific Island Sanctuary buildings, then I do recommend, if you're wanting to do these crafts, doing them because they netted a ton of money at the very start, and you can still make a decent enough profit, but at the very start of the patch you were making insane money. Although expect that it's going to be quite hard. Not only is it an expert style craft, but you're probably going to need the best gear, the best melts, etc. And with treasure map updates, of course with any patch, the treasure map gets updated with new rewards. So I do recommend, if you have a bunch of friends or just throwing up a party on Party Finder, to go do these treasure maps for the new materials, or you can use those materials to craft the new glamour. With the new exteriors, this is probably the best time to craft exteriors, especially brand new ones, because suddenly you're getting a ton of new houses, and along with the new houses, new sets of exteriors, which people are definitely going to want. I assume the new exteriors will be built with the most recent Endwalker materials, some integral lumber, chondrite ingot, etc. If you have a bunch of these materials, great. if you can go ahead and start gathering, I would recommend stockpiling it now because you can save a ton of money by getting it now rather than later. And new gill sync mounts. Personally, I only like the sheep and I kind of wish they did something different, but some people like the design of the mounts. Personally, I think the sheep is the best one. If you really want to be that guy, you could just buy it and post on the market board because there are people who will buy it off the market board for more. Just saying. But we also don't know the price. It could be 50 mil, it could be 100 mil, it could be $1 billion, for God's sake. We don't know, but there will be new ones. So overall, did my predictions change? Not really. The only thing that surprised me was the beast tribes, but even if there is no slither sand equivalent, I can still use those white skirt materials for something else. But I'm still pretty sure they're gonna release it, but it's just not gonna be with the beast tribe. Maybe they'll still offer it, but later on. And now let's get into my final stockpile update. And oh my goodness, stuff is already super expensive, and my inventory is worth right now 312 million, which is insane. I didn't add on much to my last update, and it's kind of crazy to see that a lot of the materials are already way high in price. 15k per each for cutting material. I bought this at 5k each. After this, I'm gonna go ahead and start selling because this is insanity. Command 10s already at 15k. I'm gonna hold off on the platings until they're around 400k, and it's definitely gonna hit that if, of course, there is trial weapons that are adjacent with these materials. If not, that's okay. I'll hold off until they do come out because, of course, they will come out eventually. Materia is up in price. Exteriors are also crazy expensive. I think it took me around 1 mil to go ahead and craft these medium forges walls. I could sell it for 7 mil. And do they sell at that price? Yes, they do. I've already sold a ton of them already, and with 1,800 new plots, that is plenty more exteriors being bought soon to come. Just a ton more exteriors, crafting items. The king crafting materia is at 2.8k a piece, and immutable solutions are already at 5.3k a piece as well. I bought this at around 3 to 4k, so this is already a profit. I might as well sell now at a profit instead of waiting too long and then losing out. Immutable solutions are already at 5.3k, which is pretty darn good considering I bought them for around 2 to 3k at its lowest point. I bought a ton of them as well, thankfully, and if it's double the price, I'm already going to start selling them along with a whole bunch of items here. But not just the items in my inventory, also crystals are up by quite a bit. Wind shards are 89 a piece, fire clusters are 81 a piece, wind crystals 79 a piece, 75, earth shards 75 a piece. That is pretty darn good. Water shards, lightning clusters, even things like earth crystals are 53 a piece. I bought these for around 9 gil a piece, so this is already a good enough profit. And so that is everything for 6.3. There's only a few more weeks until the patch, so hopefully you've got all your ducks in a row, everything in order, and maybe you're already starting to sell. If I go ahead and start selling a bunch, of course I'll make another update, but I'm very excited for 6.3, and like 6.2, I assume I'm going to make the bulk of my money a week or two before the patch, which is actually right now. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you're having a lovely Christmas and soon to be New Year's. Thank you to everyone that supports me on Twitch, Discord, and YouTube. You all keep the channel going. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to, and I will hopefully see you in the next video. Bye-bye!